Someone's requested a tier 7 plasma flyer, or around that tier, so we're going to try building a tier 7 plasma flyer. That's the next challenge. So bay is empty. Tier 7 is yellow blocks. I know I can just raise the bar after I start building in the bay, but that's what I gotta do. I'm actually going to need to go and buy a bunch of these. Probably some more of those. We're definitely going to need some more longer rods and more short rods. There we go. So 20 of each should do. Right, so we need the base on which we're going to build. Clone mode is on. There we go. Right, so first things first, we're going to build a flappy style plasma flyer. So that means that things are going to get weird pretty quickly in terms of my build style. These are where we're going to have the first set of wings mounted to, or rudders actually. We don't use wings, we use rudders, or I use rudders. So we're going to have one set there, one set here. It's going to be a relatively wide set design on this. And then the actual pilot seat is going to be mounted back here. Maybe, yeah. We shall see. Actually, maybe I can try doing this slightly differently on this design. No, that's not going to work. Yeah, we're going to have them mounted like so, and this front one's going to mount there, and the bottom one's going to mount like that. Yeah. And then there's going to be a tree that goes underneath here onto which other stuff gets mounted, but this will also serve to protect the pilot seat as well. And underneath the bottom here we also put a jammer, because that actually gives a nice amount of armor. So this is like the ultimate protection for the bottom. Probably see if we can fit another one on the back here as well. There we go, 2 jammers. So that's our bottom protection. Can we fit any prisms or anything in there? No. Tetras? Yeah, we can. Okay, that works. So we're going to actually have some stuff above that's connected to these blocks. Yeah, I know, having the bottom set of wings kind of mounted here, that's a particular vulnerability. I don't like that. Let's mount those up like that, so that way they're still protected. So they're mounted to the core instead. We're going to need another 2 rudders. Movement. Why does it keep doing this weird crap with stuff getting overlaid in the bay there? Alright, so 2 more rudders, and these are going to actually be sparred off these connection blocks here. So we'll take that off, and yeah, we're going to have the rudders actually mount directly onto here. Might actually invert those so they face outwards. Can't do that because we've got collision issues, so okay, that's not an option. And then, yeah, we can't mount them there, but we can mount those on. So that's our control array. And now we need to look at how can we... can't do my usual thing there. Face that backwards. I don't want those connected directly to each other, but we got a little bit of interference going on. Let's put a T4 thruster behind the... No, we can't put one behind the pilot seat there. If I was able to... Yeah, let's move those facing outwards. That way I can actually put a prism on the back. And we can fit a T4 thruster in the middle there. That works. So that's kind of our ultimate... these are tier 7 rudders. This is our ultimate backup thrust section. I can change these to prisms. No, do I want to? Yeah, if I change them to prisms and put those on here, I can then look at thrusters, and we could put T7s there. No, not T7s. We could put T6s probably. Let's go and buy a bunch of T6s. Can't move them forward, but that's other auxiliary thrust systems. And what we are going to do, this is going to start looking a little bit odd in a minute. Is have some more of these that connect like so, and I need some more of those actual blocks. So where did they go? I need a lot more. Nope, not wrong ones. Why would it not let me put that on there? What was the problem here? Why am I using tier 10s there? I'm using completely the wrong ones, my bad. These are supposed to be tier 7s. What a moron. I didn't even notice. There we go, that's a little bit better. Doop. I don't like them connecting like that. Let's change those. And we will look at tier 7 electroplates, which we've got these ones here. And we can mount some like this, or we can have them mounted the opposite way if I switch the ones I have selected. Which I don't like that they're mounted so far forward comparatively. And this seems to not be connected because of how these bloody things connect on, but no it is. But yeah, that doesn't give my rudders enough protection. So I may also need to look at changing how these are connected on. And then doing something like this. Then putting the T whatever electroplates on underneath. Another block there. Come on. That's better. Right, we got these collision issues here. No, that's too big. Yeah, we need to pull those in a lot if we're to do this kind of configuration. We'd want to actually have the bottom mount points around about here. Which then means we're going to have more issues with actually connecting these on, but that means they connect on like so. These then get inverted. There we go. And we can do a similar bridge configuration on the back, maybe. No. Oh, right, so we've got this whole situation going on again. There we go. How do we connect these across? Interesting. Because this is all a tray that needs to go underneath the pilot seats and nothing actually connects directly up there. Alright, something we can try doing is put in a standard block in here. Put in a block in here. Tetra, prism, prism. I don't really like having that on the back because that's kind of exposed unless we stick a radar on the back there. Let's put a radar, not that it's going to help us much. But a radar will do. It's kind of some protection. Or we could put a thruster there actually. Yes, so let's go and grab a tier 7 thruster. Nope, we can't put a tier 7 thruster there. Put a tier 6 thruster. There we go, that's our backup thruster array. So that's all of our protection from the bottom. And now we'll have to look at how we actually control this thing, because this isn't going to give us all of the control systems that we need. This is going to have to go back across. And yeah, this is going to be kind of a flappy design, so we need to also look at gun mounts as well. That's really not going to be sufficient for our plasma mounts. Can we spar off from anywhere in here to add plasma mounts on here? I don't know. I also want to look at making sure we got some form of connection point for our thrusters, but that's definitely not going to work. I mean, we've got the rear thrusters there. Let's just put a tier 6 on the front and check to see how this performs in terms of moving. So practice mode. All right. Well then, why are we using a standard block there when we don't need to? There we go. So that's our bottom wing protection. We want our next set of wing protection. Well, not wing protection. We want our actual connection points for guns and stuff. So, where were we? Ah, clone mode's not on. So we've got hardware tier 7 plasmas going on here. may have to buy a couple more tier 7 plasma watches. So where are we? Tier 7. We can't put one in the middle because of how we've got this stuff configured, although technically there's nothing really preventing that. If I was to take this off, we could put a couple of these short rods on. No, that's too far down. Lots of possibilities here in terms of adding things on. Nope, we can't connect directly to that. Actually, no, we might be able to. Can we fit tetras? Nope. But we don't need to, because we just need to be able to fit something onto the side of these. Okay. Ah. Now we can fit prisms on here. No, we can't. And we still can't fit those on. Man, this is just not working out to be my day. Meh, it was worth a try anyway. Yeah, so ideally we would actually want to have another gun mount on the back here, so maybe that's what we'll do here instead. We will get the short rod, put one there, have a plasma gun mounted on the back there, and then we can have another one mounted somewhere around about here. So let's lighten that block up, because we want to try and minimize the amount of heavy blocks used in this, because it just makes it a lot more onerous in terms of weight management. We don't want that connecting on, because this is where we're actually going to mount the forward plasma to. Nope, not quite far enough. We can put a heavy block in there, it's not going to hurt. Okay, and then we'll mount to that one. And then we have two more that go on out the sides at the front. Which those can actually be mounted a little bit higher up, I think. So we're still well within tier 7 at the moment. We can put some electroplates on there. It's not really going to impact much other than add a little bit of protection to the side. But we definitely also need to be considering how we handle advanced thrust and stuff like that on this design now. Yeah, I don't want that prism facing down, thank you. Don't really... yeah, that's going to cause problems with trying to mount the other SMGs on, or the plasmas on rather. That needs to be higher up. Alright, so now we've got a total of 6 plasma on there. That's better. It's lightweight construction as well on the front. And now, yeah, so yeah, we can finish the thrust array placement. That needs to be changed into a prism. Yeah, we're going to add on some out-facing blocks here. A couple of more tier 6 thrusters on the front. We're going to need some down thrusters on the front. Actually, how else can we mount these? Something that's a little bit more cost friendly on terms of mass. I can put a rod on the front there. Do a short rod like that. We can put a relatively big tier thruster. Can we put a... no, that's not going to be the right length. I can lengthen that a little bit and put a 5 length rod. Make sure we got a tier 7 thruster on that section. We can do something similar here. Put in 3 length rods. And we also need downward control on these. Maybe these should be downward control. No, because if we don't have those facing up, then we lose a lot of our flexibility. Can I put T4s on here? And we're still easily within tier 7. Yeah, we can't have tier 4s like that. But I can change the rotation of these and put some tier 4s on the sides, maybe. So if this stuff starts getting shut off, we've still got some control from the back here. What else? Yeah, let's put another barring here. We're never going to be able to fit a curved block in. Oh, we are. Well, that gives us a different option if we move that back here. God, this looks kind of preposterous. That's just dumb. Wow. Yeah, we can't fit the electroplates in quite. Not in that configuration, but we can probably fit them in a little bit further back. Yep. Definitely don't have any side protection. But again, what about these blocks? We can change those into inners. Put some more of these damn things on there. The short rods will probably fit on. Oh, wrong short rods. Oops. Actually, we might be able to do that from here instead. Yeah, let's change those into inners. Grab the short rods. They won't fit on that way. That's still kind of dumb looking. Alright, so to get these on we may have to move those forward just one more block. So that means put in prism out a little bit further. There we go. So they're now all connected on supposedly. Let's give a practice run. We've still got thrust control. I mean, I don't like only having that one down thrust on the front. All those electroplates though. Plenty more electroplates that can be fit on this thing as well. Okay, so a couple more optimizations on this. We definitely need to work out how to fit on some more downward thrust. What I'm going to do here is see if we can fit some clone mode on. See if we can fit some T4 thrusters pointing down on the front here. T4s are invaluable and only designed to be honest. They're just so damn useful. So that'll help with down attitude. Let's put... We can't really fit anything there because of how this is all laid out. Yeah, that really limits us from being able to put any additional blocks in there. Don't want to put anything more connected onto that. We do want to have a quick look to see if there's any potential way we could fit more armoring and stuff on this. We're at T6. Are we already at tier 8? Did the tier 4 thrusters do that, really? Okay, at what point did I already reach tier 8? Because that's over tier 4 we need to do. I didn't even realise I'd peeked into that. Oops, let's try and fix that. We've got these thrusters here, which these can be moved down to tier 4s. We don't need, if we're losing that much of the front, we can put tier 4s there. And that doesn't bring us down enough. This thing can become a T6. I guess we can make that into a T6 as well. Man, this sucks. Hero was being all smart. Or thinking I was. Only to fail. Have I accidentally used any T10 parts on here? Any T10 rods or anything like that? Let's take a look around and make sure. Yep, here it is. That's the one that's causing the problem there. That's a T10 and that's a T10. These are supposed to be tier 6 or T7s. There we go, that brings us way down. Alright, so we can restore that, we can restore this one. We can go back to what we're doing here now. Makes it a bit easier. We will put in tier 4 down thrusters on the front. That's for redundancy. We were going to put some more electroplates on the side if we could possibly fit them on there. Which is what these were going to be for. So we were changing these ones out to inners. Then we're going to put some prisms on. And we're going to put some of these little bars on. And then we're going to grab some more electroplates. I think it was these ones. There we go. Put them on the side, and that over tiers us again. But that's simply fixed by taking off one of those and replacing it with a tier 6. Actually no, that up one's going to stay where we are, and the top one's changing to a tier 6. No, that needs to stay at the higher one. Actually, make that one face down. That one up. Bah! Why do you hate me so? Maybe that'll work. Let's practice. And cookies 190 I will. Yeah, we definitely need that tier 7 on the front there for nose control. Where else can we save some CPU? Let's make sure we haven't accidentally used T10s anywhere else. Yeah, there's a lot of these little things in here all over the place. I mean, I could sacrifice the jammers. I don't really want to though. Can't really sacrifice the thrusters on here. We can get, I mean, we can lose these ones technically, but that doesn't save enough CPU. yeah, that doesn't save enough tier and it's not CPU. Okay, so those go back on. These are tier 5s, they're not going to be enough to bring it back down. Is there anything I can do in here to engineer more connection points for downward thrusters at tier 4? I mean, that can't have any more connection points on the top, but we've already got this connecting out to the side, we've got these connecting on. Technically we can invert that, pull off one of these thrusters, put that on the top, pull off this thruster from the side here, and that lowers that, and then maybe convert these into tier 4s. You can potentially sacrifice that then. Put another tier 4 down there. And then we're looking at potentially added in auxiliary tier 8s as well. That can be inverted. Auxiliary upthrust using tier 4s. There we go. It's not in clone mode. Balls. Just fine-tuning here and making sure that all of these bits can go on. It needs to be facing outwards because that was supposed to be what we had on here. So these are down thrust, these are auxiliary up thrust. Let's check on this side. Why are we not going on? It's supposed to be going on down there. That's because clone mode's not on again. Balls. Screw this. It's annoying. Can I potentially put the tier 7 back on there? No, it has to be a tier 6. I don't really like having low tier thrusters on there. But it's the hand that we've been given. Alright, so that's connecting on where? Down through this section, connecting on down there. Okay, I think we're good to go. Let's give it another practice run. Not quite as agile as I'd like it to be. I'd want more thrust controls, and we've got no protection from above. It's actually better turning down now than it is up. Let's convert those ones to up. It's a little bit slower turning down, but that's fine. The up is more responsive. And in terms of forward thrust, we don't actually have that much forward thrust on here, but it's enough. You don't need a huge amount. Alright, let's give it an actual test run. We're still at tier 7, luckily. Can I fit some more? I mean, it's all about adding more thrusters on now. Yeah, let's do it. Those ones can't be adjusted. We can't add any more elsewhere. Add one on the back, because we took that one off, I remember now. Can we put... yeah. Yeah, it's filling every available spare block with thrusters now. Can't do on there. That's pretty much it. Okay. Are we ready for this? Were these T5s or T... yeah, these are T6s. Yeah, let's actually take it into Classic, see how it runs. It took a little bit longer than I expected on this particular design, but